First half, I think we get a wee bit fortunate with a couple of blocks, right? But I think our shape's good. They get in behind us a couple of occasions, but I think we nullify most of it and we frustrate them. And that's really the game plan, isn't it? Come and frustrate. So we get in at half time, it's 0-0. Fairly positive for the boys, but was a wee bit worried about our left-hand side, if I'm honest. Big Parts are going off because I think Parts started the game fairly well. Just his understanding, he smells danger, he does the right things 9 times out of 10. He obviously goes off for that shot that hit him in the face for Carter Vickers, and he's probably the last one you want hit in the face with a shot off. He's got legs like oak trees. So Big Parts he had to come off. He wanted to stay on, but he took it flush in the face. And I kind of knew that channel, we'd spoke about it, that wee space between our left centre-back and our mid-centre-back. It's a difficult channel. Wee Kyogo loves to play in that wee area because Palmer, most of their entries were coming for Palmer. Jamie's got to do better, he's got to stop Palmer coming inside. But Big Luigi's got Kyogo, he's got him, he's locked him. And he just switches off. Kyogo just actually walks round the back of him. Luigi spins, no facing the ball, and taps it in the net. And it's just a terrible start to the second half, isn't it? So for having a bit of positivity coming out in the second half, because the boys put a huge amount of effort into the first half, their shape, their discipline, their application, it was all good.
Does that kill everything you've just said at half time?
It doesn't just kill me, it kills the players on the park. And I'm trying to today, like, you guys will know notice, but Wednesday there was a huge effort into Wednesday night as well. Boys were stuck in the bus for 3 hours extra on the Tuesday night. It's a quick turnaround between Pittodrie away, Celtic Park away. It's like 2.5 days. There was a lot of knocks and niggles. Big Notch had took a knock, he had to come off. Mick Devlin suspended for today's game, so had to try and come up with some kind of game plan, but have one eye on Wednesday also, because let's not kid each other on. The next 3 games are huge, right? Bigger than this game, albeit we came here trying to get something from the game. This hasn't been like previous seasons where you're coming here and going, look lads, there's no pressure on us. This isn't going to define our season. Every game's going to define our season, so the information coming into today's game was totally different. We need something for the game, and this can be season defining. So to lose that goal in the second half so early on is gutting for the majority of them, but again it comes from a player not doing his job properly.
Then the second goal, obviously, just 4 minutes later as well. I think Notts has fessed up to it here as well. He's there, but I mean that's 2 and 5 minutes.
I'm not trying to dig him out a hole, right? See with that delivery, see if, as a centre back and I'm marking scales, I'm goal side, right? So the only place that he can beat me to the header really is in front of me. So it's a very, very hard one. When the delivery's correct and the movement's right, we can get more contact, we can try and affect it a wee bit more. But he physically can't get his head in it. It's not like he's got to jump for it and Scales has out-jumped him. It's in front of him and Scales takes the pace up. But it's Big Notch, he's got to do better. But I'll caveat that with the movement, the delivery and the precision of the header. But 2 goals in 5 minutes, and then I think we're all honest here, I'll be honest. It's damage limitation at that point, isn't it? Wee Penners was struggling a wee bit. Chris has been out with his hamstring. I wanted to take Penners off earlier than I did. But if I'd put Christian on and his hammy went, so we're trying to caveat all those things because the next 3 games are huge.
Is that why the block was so low almost in that kind of last half an hour or so, was it?
It probably comes to a wee bit of safety on the park. The boys, when's the last time a Livingston team came to Parkhead and scored 3 goals? So the chances, when's most teams, like more, I'm not just saying Livingston, when do most teams, Hearts scored 2, fair enough, but when do most teams do that? So it's difficult at that point. The boys know the game is beyond them at that point. It's about trying to keep the score down, isn't it? And the tempo of the game changes a wee bit because they come off at a wee bit as well because they've got their noses in front. But it's just really, really disappointing with the amount of effort and application the players put in the game, because I think the goals we lost were very naive. Second one, not so much, but definitely the first one, and we can do so much better as a group on the park to stop that happening.
Was obviously quite a few changes to the side. Was that with games coming up in mind and a bit of a change from Wednesday as well?
A bit of Wednesday as well. Like we played Wednesday, Celtic never. So you're trying to get as much energy into the group as you can. And remember, your people maybe don't look at it, but the travel takes a bit out of you. We never got back into our beds Thursday morning to 2 o'clock. Then you've got the boys back in at 12 o'clock for a recovery, then you're doing a session yesterday. So there's not a lot of training time in that. Boys are really lethargic, they're really tired, their sleep pattern's different, their nutrition, their hydration. So with that 2-day turnaround, I'm not really overly keen with that, if I'm honest. But that's us all now in terms of the St Johnstone, Motherwell and Hearts. We're all kind of on the same schedule. The recovery now to Wednesday, we've got Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to recover on the game on the Wednesday. Yeah.
How pivotal are these games, Davey?
Huge. There's careers at stake. There's people's livelihoods at stake over the next 3 games. We need to get to this January window and we need to be able to be in a position to strengthen, bring 2 or 3 in that's going to help that 15, 16 strong group that I know can play this level, because this year we've got probably a group of 4 or 5 players that are not quite right to get thrown into a relegation battle. And then you've got 2 or 3 of the boys injured within that 4, and we're really, really light in numbers when it comes to it. So I think we all know we need to strengthen the forward areas. We've already strengthened the defensive unit. That hopefully allow maybe 1 or 2 to move on, and then that hopefully allows us to try and look at the midfield, attacking areas of midfield for me, and the forward areas to try and bring 2 or 3 in. But I think all that gets put in ice really, because the most important thing's the next 3 games.
Absolutely. Obviously we're going to need a lot of character from anybody coming in and out the building. Yep. That's going to be massive because we are in the midst of this relegation battle.
Recruiting's difficult, I don't lie. I've probably spoke to 3-4 players that's got loan options in the Scottish Premier League. They're not coming to Livingston. They're not coming to Livingston to go in a relegation battle. It's going to take a special type of player that's... I'll go to you guys, because even at that point the finances have always been a problem, but then when you weigh it up, you're maybe chasing top 6 or you're fighting relegation. I know what most players are going to do. I've probably got 2 or 3 players in the changing room, so his agents phoned me and probably half intimated that it's time for them to go. What's that telling me? It's telling me I'm not for a relegation, gaffer. Yeah. I'm off, so we need to work with that, but it's difficult. I need people in, but it's difficult trying to get them in also at this point. It's getting the right type of character in.
How's the squad looking for Wednesday early doors? Obviously Tom Parks did come off, as you said. Penner's a wee bit tight as well.
He'll be alright. I think Penner's will be okay. We took him off. He could have finished the game, but we took him off, but it wasn't ideal with the minutes he played. Christian's then got through 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes. Christian was starting against Aberdeen, then in the morning woke up with a really, really tight hamstring and he couldn't shake it. So Christian was still on the bench because we'd only travelled with the 20 players. So Christian stayed on the bench, so I was conscious of trying to get the balance right between getting Penrice off and getting Christian on. Probably Penrice played 10-15 minutes more than I would have liked him to play. And Christian's probably played 10-15 moments less than I'd have liked him to play, but it's 10-15 minutes, it's not the end of the world. And Mick will be available, I think Partsy will be available as well, so we're not in a terrible place in terms of that.
No worries, thanks for your time, David.